The message from the Pleiadians about the coming 14 days of darkness is unlike anything we have been taught to expect. This is not a punishment, nor a catastrophe. It is a sacred window, a global breath where the outer world dims so the inner world can shine. Humanity is entering a recalibration phase where clarity will be birthed from silence. The darkness will not create fear for those who understand. It will create space for vision, remembrance, and transformation. What is coming is not the end of anything. It is the beginning of seeing reality with new eyes, new heart, and new soul. The darkness is not a punishment, it's a passage. The idea of darkness has long been painted as something to fear, yet the Pleiadians reveal that this darkness is a sacred passage, designed by cosmic intelligence to slow humanity's racing mind and awaken deeper senses. This is not about being judged, it is about being recalibrated. During these days, outer distractions will fade, but not as a punishment. It will be an invitation, one that few modern souls have ever experienced. In this passage, energy fields will reset. Old timelines will collapse quietly. Inner worlds will expand without the noise of the external world blinding them. When fear is stripped away, darkness becomes fertile ground for higher birth. It becomes a womb where soul visions can gestate without interference. Those who embrace it will realize, this is not the absence of God. It is the sacred silence where the voice of the universe can finally be heard again. Why inner light will matter more than ever. The external light may dim, but the inner light will surge, if it's tended with care. The Pleiadians emphasize that during these days, the only true illumination will come from within. External comforts will seem distant, but the eternal spark inside will become the new compass. It won't be a time of fixing outer circumstances, but of stabilizing inner frequencies. Meditation, intentional breathing, and acts of compassion, even if unseen, will magnify your internal radiance. Inner light isn't measured by effort. It is measured by coherence. The more aligned your heart, the brighter you will feel. This period is not about survival. It's about initiation. Those who nurture their soul's flame will feel carried through these days, as if buoyed by an unseen hand. The external darkness will simply make the internal glow more obvious, more undeniable, and more beautiful. Silence will become the new cosmic language. Without the usual hum of external activity, a new language will rise, the language of silence. In the Pleiadian view, silence is not empty. It is saturated with information, insights, and codes too subtle to survive the noise of modern life. As the world quiets, you'll begin to hear differently, not through the ears, but through the energetic body. Emotions, intuition, even sudden bursts of clarity will become the primary ways the cosmos communicates. Silence will be felt not as void, but as vibrant. This shift will reteach humanity an ancient truth. Presence is the only real portal to wisdom. In the silence, the noise of doubt will fall away. What remains will be pure knowing, clear, immediate, and without the need for explanation. Those who listen will emerge from the darkness more fluent in cosmic truth than ever before. Your emotional body will be the true navigator. During these 14 days, the logical mind will lose its usual dominance. It won't vanish, but it will no longer be the primary guide. Instead, the emotional body will awaken as the main navigator, leading with feeling rather than thought. This emotional sensitivity is not a weakness, it is an upgrade. Feelings will become more refined, nuanced, and instructive. What you feel will carry more truth than what you think. Emotions like peace, trust, sadness, or awe will act like internal GPS signals. Navigating by feeling will seem strange at first, but once accepted, it will reveal pathways that logic could never chart. When the outer world goes dim, your inner tides will become your map. And the destination they point to is not survival, it is awakening. The collapse of external distractions has a higher purpose. All the noise, the endless motion, The flashing screens, they have created an energetic fog around the human soul. The 14 days of darkness are nature's way of clearing that fog, not by force, but by natural correction. External distractions will fall silent for a higher reason. Without constant entertainment and stimulation, space will open. Space where deeper questions arise. Who am I beyond my tasks? Beyond my titles? Beyond my scrolling? These questions, uncomfortable at first, will become doorways into the soul's vast landscape. This collapse of distraction is not destruction. It's revelation. It allows the soul to surface again. What will emerge from this silence is not boredom. It is remembrance. Humanity will glimpse the reality that joy, meaning, and connection were never in the noise. They were always waiting in the space beneath it. Recalibration of the human energy field has begun. The human energy field has long been battered by chaotic frequencies, media noise, emotional overload, collective fear. The 14 days of darkness will serve as a cosmic intervention, allowing the natural recalibration of the auric field to begin. This will not be forced. It will be invited through the stillness. Energy fields will smooth out. Dense patterns will loosen their grip. Old emotional debris will surface to be witnessed and finally released. It won't always feel comfortable, but it will feel clean, like a river washing away sediment that's been hidden at the bottom for ages. This recalibration will leave the body lighter, the mind clearer, and the spirit more tuned to higher frequencies. In the absence of external noise, the body will naturally return to a more coherent vibration. This is not breakdown. It is realignment with your original design. Higher perception will awaken in the stillness. As external sight dims, higher senses will stir awake. This is not science fiction. It is the natural unfolding of human capacity when freed from overload. The third eye, heart intuition, empathic resonance, all these senses, dormant in many, will sharpen in the silent dark. You may start sensing colors behind your closed eyes, hearing tones beyond sound, or feeling energy fields with the sensitivity once reserved for touch. These are not anomalies. They are ancient abilities returning as the soul takes the lead again. Without constant visual input, perception expands inward. You become aware of the unseen architecture of life, the layers beneath form. This new sight isn't passive. It participates with creation. The darkness doesn't make you blind. It opens the eye that can never be closed again once awakened. Earth's hidden frequencies will be revealed. Earth has always carried hidden frequencies, subtle harmonics woven into nature, stone, water, and sky. But humanity's pace made it nearly impossible to hear them. During the 14 days of darkness, these planetary songs will rise into greater prominence for those who are attuned. The resonance of trees, the pulsing of rivers, the breathing of mountains, these will become more than poetic ideas. They will be felt as direct experiences. Earth is not silent. It is symphonic. But the symphony can only be heard when the human static subsides. This revelation will reconnect many to the living spirit of Earth, not as a concept, but as a companion. The planet is not just a stage. It is a conscious being, and her frequencies have been waiting for human hearts to slow down enough to listen again. You are being prepared to anchor coherence. Beyond personal awakening, there is a higher collective purpose to the darkness, to seed anchors of coherence across the planet. Every person who maintains peace, compassion, and clarity during these days becomes a stabilizer in the global energetic grid. The Pleiadians describe it as weaving new threads into the planetary field. These threads won't be made of words or actions. They'll be made of vibrational consistency, holding a field of non-fear, non-reaction, non-collapse, even when the outer world feels suspended. This preparation is not glamorous, but it is sacred. Every calm breath, every act of kindness, every inner alignment will ripple outward invisibly but powerfully. This is not about escaping the darkness. It's about illuminating it from within, creating pathways for others to walk more easily. Dimensional boundaries will thin in the darkness. During these 14 days, the normal fabric separating dimensions will thin dramatically. Not because the veil is being torn, but because the human frequency will rise enough to pierce it naturally. Other realities will brush closer to this one, and awareness will stretch beyond ordinary perception. Dreams may feel more real than waking life. Encounters with guides, ancestors, and non-physical beings may become vivid. Synchronicities will increase. Time may behave strangely, feeling fluid rather than linear. This thinning will reveal that Earth is not isolated. It's part of a vast living network. There is no need to fear this. Dimensions thinning is not an invasion, it's an invitation. It shows that humanity is beginning to vibrate at the threshold where multidimensional consciousness becomes accessible. This is the beginning of living not just as physical beings, but as luminous travelers across fields of infinite existence. Old identity constructs will begin to dissolve. As the outer world quiets, the inner scaffolding that holds up outdated identities will also weaken. Titles, roles, and masks once reinforced by society will begin to dissolve naturally. Without constant validation from the outside, you'll encounter a deeper, rawer sense of self. This may feel disorienting at first, like standing without armor you didn't know you were wearing. But it is a liberation, not a loss. What dissolves are the false layers. What remains is the original spark, the real self, the being that never needed to perform to be worthy. The darkness provides a mirror stripped of distortion. Without the need to be seen, judged, or compared, your identity can return to something fluid, expansive, and real. This will mark a new kind of freedom. Freedom from the identity prison humanity unknowingly built around itself. The great remembering happens in the quiet. Amid the external stillness, a much deeper movement will stir within, the great remembering. This is not the remembering of facts or lifetimes, but the remembering of essence, what it feels like to exist without separation from source. In the absence of outer stimulation, buried soul memories will begin to rise. You'll remember yourself not as a personality, but as a radiant point of consciousness woven into a living cosmos. This memory carries no words. It carries frequency. It feels like coming home to something that was never truly lost. The great remembering will not come with fireworks. It will arrive like a deep inhale, a full body knowing that you have always been connected, always been infinite, always been loved. In the darkness, memory will return, not through thinking, but through being. You will feel the grid breathing beneath you. Earth's energetic grid is alive. It breathes, pulses, and flows, just like the human body. During the 14 days of darkness, the breath of the Earth's grid will become perceptible again, not to the mind, but to the felt sense within the body. Moments of strange peace, subtle humming beneath your feet, or waves of energy rising through the spine. These are signs of the grid's communication. It isn't speaking words, it's harmonizing fields. It's reminding you that you're not walking on a dead rock. You're riding the breath of a conscious, evolving planet. Feeling this breath changes everything. It ends the illusion of separation between body and earth, human and planet, matter and spirit. You realize you are part of a larger symphony, one that didn't forget you, but has been waiting patiently for you to listen again. The absence of light will expand your inner sight. When outer light dims, inner sight blooms. Not because of magic, but because the senses long buried under constant distraction will finally have room to stretch and grow. What you will see in the dark is not darkness at all. It is possibility. You may encounter flashes of insight, subtle visions, or lucid dreamscapes more vivid than waking life. These are not hallucinations. They are the awakening of dormant senses that were waiting for stillness to reappear. The darkness will not blind you. It will open your unseen eyes. This new sight is not fantasy. It is the original perception you were born with before it was clouded by survival programming. In this new vision, you'll see not only energy, but potential, futures unchosen. paths unlived, connections untouched. The darkness will reveal that life is far vaster and far more alive than you ever realized. Sacred portals within the heart will open. Beyond all the cosmic phenomena, the most profound doorway will open within your own chest, the sacred portal of the heart. This isn't poetic, it's energetic. As outer stimuli fall silent, the magnetic center of your being will expand into dimensions you forgot were even possible. You may feel unexpected waves of love, grief, gratitude, or awe. Emotions not triggered by events, but by direct connection to the living source. The heart will cease being just an organ. It will become an interstellar bridge, linking you to the greater body of the cosmos. The more you soften, the more the portal opens. And from within it, new pathways of connection will emerge, not through technology or theory, but through pure presence. The heart will not just feel, it will know. And in that knowing, the separation between self and universe will dissolve completely. Galactic allies are holding the perimeter energetically. During this sacred pause, humanity is not alone. Galactic allies, unseen by the physical eye, are holding energetic perimeters around Earth, ensuring that this transition remains protected and aligned with the highest good. Their presence won't disrupt free will. It will safeguard vibrational integrity. These allies are not coming to intervene in chaos. They are maintaining stability so that the inner work can unfold uninterrupted. Their fields act like a living shield, softening external disturbances, while humanity undergoes this powerful recalibration. Their intervention is subtle, graceful, and fully in respect of Earth's sovereignty. Knowing this brings a profound sense of calm. Humanity is not adrift. It is witnessed, supported, and loved across multiple dimensions. While the 14 days may feel isolated from the outside, in the invisible realms, a cosmic circle of guardianship stands firm around the awakening heart of Earth. Trust your inner compass over external noise. In these days, external messages may feel confusing, conflicting, or eerily absent. But the Pleiadians emphasize, the most accurate guidance will come not from screens, signals, or announcements, but from the inner compass already embedded within you. Your intuition will speak louder than usual, not in words, but in sensations, urgings, quiet knowing. Decisions won't be made through logic alone, but through an unshakable feeling of rightness. The noise outside may attempt to lure your focus, but clarity will arise when you tune inward. The heart field, purified by silence and coherence, becomes the ultimate navigation tool, trusted over theories, trusted over fear, trusted even when external markers seem absent. The darkness will not confuse those who listen deeply. It will reveal what was always guiding you from within. The return to original frequencies will accelerate. As the darkness lifts, a profound shift will remain. Humanity will not simply return to normal. It will step into the acceleration of its original frequencies. These are the soul codes that existed before programming, before distortion, before amnesia-clouded awareness. You will feel lighter, clearer, and more aligned with who you were always meant to be. Old attachments may feel irrelevant. New passions may awaken suddenly. It's not randomness, it's remembrance. The density that once dulled your true self will no longer hold the same power. This is not the end of a cycle. It is the ignition of a new phase. A phase where consciousness flows more freely, where multidimensional awareness becomes natural, and where the sacredness of existence is no longer a theory, but a living, breathing experience. The darkness will pass, but the light it births will endure forever. Timelines will split by inner vibration. During the 14 days of darkness, not all experiences will be identical, because timelines will subtly begin to split according to inner vibration. This does not mean physical separation. It means that perception, opportunities, and resonance will increasingly diverge based on the frequencies individuals are carrying. Some will experience profound peace, connection, and insight. Others may feel disoriented or trapped in unresolved fear. The divergence won't be visible to the eyes, but it will be felt deeply in the quality of experiences and the speed of manifestation. Frequency becomes the steering wheel. This is why inner work during this time is crucial. Your emotional alignment, your chosen focus, your willingness to remain open. All of these will determine which reality corridor you step into as the Earth's vibration accelerates. It's not about deserving. It's about resonance. There's no need to fear this split. It's not punishment. It's natural sorting, like tuning into different radio stations. The more you stay anchored in love, courage, and inner stillness, the more you align with the timelines built on expansion, beauty, and spiritual sovereignty. You are being invited into quantum awakening. The 14 days of darkness are not just a collective event. They are a personal initiation into quantum awakening. In the absence of outer light, the holographic architecture of reality becomes more accessible. What seemed impossible before, soul contact, timeline shifting, accelerated healing, becomes natural. You are not just witnessing a planetary event. You are being invited into a new level of yourself, a level where thought, feeling, and manifestation happen not linearly, but simultaneously. This awakening is not forced. It is gently offered, like a hand reaching out in a darkened room. Quantum awakening doesn't look like fireworks or instant perfection. It feels like subtle but unstoppable shifts in awareness. You'll notice your intuition sharpening, your sense of connection deepening, your ability to influence reality becoming undeniable. It starts small, but it is irreversible once triggered. This period is a cosmic whisper, saying, "Step into your next octave." The door won't swing open by external command. It opens from the inside, through trust, stillness, and the willingness to let go of who you thought you were in order to become who you truly are.